I'm Dr. Jackie Vaselli. I teach in the Department of Government. Actually, I was born premature and I had to go into an incubator, and in the incubator at that time they used to use pure oxygen, and so that caused my blindness. So I've been blind all my life. It's hard for me to say that because I don't really have anything to compare it to. I would say most of the time it's really not anything I notice. You have to maybe do a little more planning in some things, a little more thinking in some things. I think especially in a place like this where you have the technologies available, it's not physically hard. Sometimes it's socially hard because people don't understand. People just don't have very much awareness about difference. I think we're getting better. Yes, I think the hardest thing, when actually until I got into college, the hardest thing was most of my peers didn't really accept me. So I'm using a program called JAWS. And what it is a screen reader, so it will just speak.
JAWS for Windows. Alt Control Delete.
So you can see what it does.
Menus. Windows Internet Explorer connecting ... Minnesota State University Mankato, new tab page.
I don't think so. You probably should talk with some of the students, but I find the students to be pretty civil. One day one of my colleagues approached me and he was very angry, and he said, "I passed by your class. The class had the sound completely turned down and they had ESPN on. Do you want me to go in with you and deal with this?" And I said, "No, I will talk with them." So the next day I went in and I said to them, "Well," I said, "one of my questions has been solved. Some of you are doing really well, but as you know, too many of you are not doing that well." And I said, "Well, it may be because you really can't take notes and watch ESPN at the same time." I think ableism has more to do with fear, and I think it has to do maybe with the kind of economic thinking that we have. I mean, sometimes people will be frank enough to come out and say, for example, "Well, I don't see why we should have to build ramps and why we should have to make all these curb cuts and why we should have to renovate all the buildings." The biggest thing I think that I would like students to take away is the idea that the most fundamental thing about all of us is we're human beings. And we have all kinds of different characteristics. And, a deaf person is not deafness with a person attached to it, or a blind person is not blindness with a person attached to it.